Okay, so we'll just make a start on our social media talk for this afternoon. So today we've got myself, which is Charlie, and I'm the marketing communications lead for Cynhadledd Bangor. And then we've got Jack, who is our student digital assistant, and also Kelt, who is our MCBA president as well. So also in the Students' Union, we've got Fion, who is our website and digital content creator, and we've got Marad and Kirsty as well, who do help us with our social media as well. So there's loads of support available if you need it. So just so we can kind of gauge the room a little bit, who have we got here in terms of clubs? If you're here with a club, can you just raise your hand? And then societies. Cool. And is anyone here just for the lols, basically? No, cool. So in terms of Cynhadledd in general, we use 3 accounts. So we've got our Instagram, our Facebook, and also our TikTok. But there is some other accounts available to you as well. So you've obviously got LinkedIn, Twitter, which is now X, and then also Threads. But you can just tailor them depending on what you need as well. So in terms of the accounts that we use these because that's where the highest engagement is for our target audience, but we also tailor the content to each of the specific platforms as well. So for instance, if you're running the business society, you might be more tailored and use LinkedIn instead of Instagram. So I'd highly encourage you to follow us on all our social media platforms as well, not only to keep up to date with what we are doing all the time in terms of events, but also to just help with tagging and stuff as well. So what is the point of social media in general? So social media allows you to easily expand your network, and the only cost of it is your time as well. So it's quite a free way of promoting your club or society to the wider student audience. And it is quite, it shows that you're quite active and welcoming as well. So it helps build a sense of community through the student body and encourages people to engage in conversation. And you can also share things on there as well, like your member spotlights, or if you've got new committee members as well, or if you've got things like photos of award ceremonies, and you can foster a supportive environment through there as well. You decide the tone of your social media as well. So I highly suggest that you do things that are very positive and upbeat, which are more welcoming to students. So with being in the university, obviously it can be quite busy, and so what I suggest is that you try and post maybe once a week, but if you can do more than that, that's great. Obviously don't put too much pressure on yourself, because this can transfer through as well, so people can sense it when they're reading your captions and stuff as well. So what makes good content? So it's good to look at what's trending now, and the best way to do this is you can use things like Google and just search for Google Trends, and that just shows you all the latest things that are trending in your area. So if you're in the dance society, you can pop in dance, and then you can see what's the current trends there. So you can apply them trends then to your club or society. So you will have seen a lot of this happening with memes and songs with the Barbie movie as well. So you can just spend about 5 minutes on either TikTok or Reels, and you can kind of see what trends are active at the moment. So, and if you're confident enough doing dancing videos as well, they do quite well on Instagram and TikTok, but obviously that's not for everyone. But something quite light-hearted is good as well, especially for introducing the committee members. It makes you feel more welcoming, as you're probably going to be their first point of contact. So it's important not to dismiss Facebook as well, because obviously the audience is a lot older for Facebook, but you can use it for Messenger and also for just putting updates on events. And then it's also good to look at what other companies are doing as well. So there is companies such as like M&S, they've created another account now for the Percy Pig and the Colin Caterpillars, and they sort of latch on to the threads and the trends that are going around at the moment as well. And they've obviously got a much bigger team than you will have, so just really utilise what they're doing. And you can also utilise your content on more than one site as well. So things you put on TikTok, you can also share it on Instagram stories as well. So in terms of just top tips as well, make sure that you've always got the link to an event or anything in your post. So you want to put direct links in Facebook if possible, and LinkedIn, but then on other accounts you can use things like Linktree or link in bio and stuff as well, to make sure that people are going straight there, because they don't want to actively go and search for it. But also encourage people to sign up to Cynhadledd Bangor website as well, because that's where they'll be booking a lot of the events through native on there as well. So try to get pictures of faces of people as well, because people resonate with that and they get more familiar with your faces and it seems a lot more welcoming. And then make sure you're tagging the accounts that are relevant to people as well. So you want to be tagging all the sabbatical officers, the INDEB account, and also the other societies as well. So where possible, try to do video content as reels, because they get a lot more views and reach as well. And then utilize things like Canva to make use of free graphics as well. And then if you've got 2 or 3 photos, use the carousel feature on Instagram as well, because if someone hasn't interacted with your post, it'll still appear in their feed until they click like on it as well. So I might ask Jack quickly to just jump in and talk about his experience with us in the last week, if that's all right. Yeah.
So hi, I'm Jack, and as you may know, I was the one running around at Serendipity with a camera, trying to shove it in your face, try and get you all to do TikToks and things like that. But yes, so that's one of the things that I do here as well. I make TikToks and also YouTube videos. So if you go onto the YouTube channel, there are a few videos that have literally been uploaded today, and they were made by me today. And like Instagram stories and things like that, I've been promoting everybody on there. And if you guys have anything you want to like suggest to me, please email me. And yeah, just little things like that. If you guys want anything to do with digital, just email me.
What was it like being in Serendipity?
It was good. It was really good. Running around with everybody and like trying to get everyone interactive was really, really fun. And just little things like that. It was actually really fun just to try and convince everyone to do a TikTok. And everyone was actually quite easily influenced, especially dance, I will say. You guys were very, very influential. But just little things like that. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah, great. So yeah, one of the things Jack said there as well is really good, is that being influential and trying to get your society to almost become an influencer as well. So the influencers don't have to be people like, you know, Zoella, Alfie Days, whoever. They can be yourselves as well, so you can influence students' decisions as well. So what to avoid doing, I think to keep it as simple as possible, especially in your photos. So you don't want infographics that are too text heavy, and especially in your caption as well, and try and break that caption up with emojis as well to add a bit of colour to it and make it more relevant. And then if you're doing video content, make sure that the intro to the video is quite short as well, because after about 3-4 seconds, people will tend to switch off as well. So make sure you're getting in there straight away. So avoid posting too much as well. So it's very much a balancing act in terms of posting. You can either post not enough or too much. So just get that balance, and you'll start to learn that over time. When people want content, you just chuck something out. So make sure that accessibility needs are met as well. So try not to put sort of white text onto something yellow, because it's very hard for people to read, and then you could be putting people off as well. So in terms of how to improve your reach, so you want to, with your actual pages as well, you want to make sure that your logo and your bio is up to date, to make your account look professional, and so that you're the first account that people reach when they land on Instagram. And then you want to be tagging all the relevant accounts, but you can also tag other societies as well. So make sure that you're bouncing off each other. And then make sure your photos are high quality. So this does not need to be with a camera at all. It can be with just your phone camera. So they're good enough. And they're good for when you're out doing socials and stuff. You can just get your phone out and then take a photo and upload it straight away. But just be careful with what you're sharing as well. So don't overshare or anything that might compromise your personal life as well. And then so the break text with emojis, we've already discussed that. So things to post, as I said, things your clubs and societies have been up to or are going to be up to. So whether this is socials or just general events, or if you're a club, maybe you've got like a swim test or something coming up, it's always good to promote them and tag us, and we'll try and put them on the stories as well. And then if you've got any achievements, good news stories. So obviously we have the dinners at the end of the year. Maybe you've won an award. It's good to share them. And then pictures of your committee and socials and meetups, again, just so people get a bit familiar with faces and who's part of the society. And then stay away from oversharing, as we said, because social media can be quite a dangerous place, and in the wrong hands, it can be quite dangerous because all your profiles are probably going to be public as well. And then if you feel that your achievements are great enough to be made into a bigger story, such as for our website or our InDeb page yourself as well, you can send an email to either myself or Fion or to SU Marketing, and we will work on that with you and we can post it. And then in terms of marketing in general, so we kind of have a bit of a rule. If you, when in doubt, just use the normal InDeb logo on things, but if you are part of a sports club, when it comes to varsity, we will be hammering it home a bit more that you use the green logo, which is the third one along, and then the UMCBA logo is all of Celt's work, and then the yellow one is for societies, the blue is for volunteering, and you can't actually see the last one, but that one's for course reps, so I can't imagine you'll be using the pink one that much, but you can actually use the green and the normal logo side by side as well, so you can mix and match a little bit if you need to. And then in terms of events, so one of the videos Jack was just talking about a minute ago is the 1, 2, 3 go videos. So that's how to set up an event on Native. So they're now on our website and also on our YouTube. So you'll be in charge of doing and setting up the events yourself. So this is all done through our website. So you can just go on there and then it will link you straight to the Native page. You will have to set up an account and everything, but as soon as you've done that, it's fine. You just go in, set up your own account, and then it'll come straight through into the InDeb page then. And then I think I'm passing on. Yep, I'm passing on to Celt now.
Hello. So I am Celt, the Welsh one. So I'm here to talk to you about the bilingual policy that InDeb Bangor has. So through this policy, we need to make sure that all of your social media posts, all public posts on your social media should be completely bilingual. Doesn't really matter if it's Welsh first or English first, just as long as it's bilingual, because big surprise, we're in Wales and the first language of Wales is Welsh. So it's very inclusive of people who are from Wales as well. So for you who do want a translation for your club society's social media post, and say you don't have someone in your club society who can translate for you, there is a Facebook group called Cyfryngau UMCBA Translation. If you scan that QR code there, you can join that group. And there are people from UMCBA in that Facebook group who say, if you post and say, oh, can someone translate this for me? Someone from UMCBA will probably translate it for you, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go. But if you're having trouble, say you need to get this out really quickly and someone has not answered your post in enough time, Google Translate works really well. Dare I say, I Googled this slide, Google translated this slide myself. So it really is not the end of the world if it's not completely perfect, but ideally use the Facebook group to translate it. And please get the message to every other club and society who isn't here today that all posts need to be bilingual. Diolch yn fawr iawn. If you could all scan this, that would be lovely. Hello. Ideally graphics as well, if that's okay. But like, say like your own like private, if you have like private groups like Facebook, that can be any language you want. But for public view and public posts, please bilingual, everything.
Especially if you put in the university's logo on it or the InDeb logo on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah, so that's the end of this session. I'm really sorry it was short, but I didn't want to sort of bore you all with loads of things. But there is another session happening in PL5. So that's about risk assessment at 5 o'clock. So that's the final session for today. And then we'll hang around for a little bit as well if there is any other questions.